right here with Kadien Vance of the Westside Renegades today, signing with Concord, as the shirt says. First of all, Kadien, you're a guy that had a lot of opportunities in multiple sports. Probably could have played basketball at the next level, baseball, something else that you could probably do, but you chose football. Why is that?
Honestly, I chose football because our family is big football oriented, and football's always kind of had a special place in my heart. And along with that, that's what I hear. And I don't want to say that's what I hear, but that's what I feel like I'm the best at, and I can do the most at. It just kind of comes natural to me. And I mean, you can't get the same enjoyment out of watching basketball and baseball as you can on sitting down on Saturday and Sunday and watching football games. So,
Did you know all along that's probably what you were going to do?
No, I had no idea.
When did it come to you? Recently?
Here recently, yeah. I really had to sit down and talk about it, and I talked to multiple people, and I kind of came to the final decision that this is probably the route I wanted, and this is what kind of fit me best.
You obviously always like to ask guys, why Concord? What were your reasons for choosing Concord?
So academics and education is extremely important to me, and I've never heard a bad thing about their school as a whole. And I want to one day be a physician, so I'd like to have that education. But on top of that, the new coaches that they had brought in there, Coach Edwards and Coach Zimmerman's the OC, they're great. They're great people, and they had turned around Western Carolina fairly quickly. And Coach Edwards was talking the other day that he said that the same thing he seen down there in his first year is the same thing that he sees in Concord now. So we have the same goal, kind of, to in a couple of years be conference champions.
Well, what are your expectations and goals going down there? Do you have any goals you've set for yourself? Some guys say, I want to come in and play my first year. Some guys say, I'm going to learn my first. What are your expectations?
Well, obviously, I mean, for it to be football, you got to play on Saturdays. So I want to play ASAP. On top of wanting to play, I want to win. So So my first couple of years, and honestly all 4 years, I want to go and compete, but it'll be competing at different levels. So first year down there, I want to compete with other QB guys to get the one spot, and then after that, I want to compete with the team to go win games.
You know any of the guys? Grant Cochran from Princeton, the guy that's in the QB room, will be in the QB room. Do you know any of those guys? Or?
None of them personally. I don't know any of them personally. Obviously, I've heard their names. They're great players, and they should be fun to play with.
How tough is it going to be to not play basketball anymore at that level that you just came up playing at the state tournament? How hard will it be to walk away from the Diamond, something you probably did since maybe the first sport you did? You know, as a kid, we all started at Little League, but...
I mean, the end of things is it's never easy, but I mean, basketball is that thing that it's a sport that, I mean, if I want to still go play it, I can go play it. Just in a rec league or something. I know it's not the same, and it's not that feeling of being on the state tournament court, but basketball probably never leave me. And with baseball, it's going to be a little bit harder having to walk away from that diamond, that field, and not having that back. But sometimes you got to sacrifice some stuff.
Your first team All-State in football, first team All-State in basketball. You went to the state tournament, got Westside back in for the first time in I think maybe almost 10 years in basketball. Any of those things that you've done, maybe it's baseball where you just got your hundreds hit, probably the first guy at Westside to do that. Any of these accomplishments stand? Is there one record, one accomplishment, one game you were going to remember forever? Well, because you got a lot of milestones and highlights this year alone.
There's a lot, but I mean, the playoffs and stuff, that's not just me. There's 11 guys on a football field at one time. There's 5 guys on a basketball court with 2 great coaches that got us there. So I can't take that credit for. I can't say I got us back. That was a team thing. That was 2 great teams that are probably 2 of the best teams to ever play here at Westside. But as far as the accomplishments go, I would say being there on that state tournament court, beating Doddridge County round 1.
6-3,
6 threes in the
points.
game, 26 points. That's probably the funnest. That was definitely the funnest moment. I mean, that was great. I wish I could relive that, but that's probably number one.
You broke a lot of your coach's records, quarterback throwing, and he never, to his credit, took you out so he could keep his records. I gave him a lot of grief, but when are you going to take him out? Like, you can't let this happen. You're the coach, but you did. What's a thing like that mean to you?
Those records are fun just because anytime I want to, I can go sit down in the coach's office and ask him, who here at Westside has the most passing yards in the season, and he can no longer sit and say me. He has to say you do.
Have you made him do that a few times? Have you that cold?
I would never be that cold.
That's what I mean. Everybody's saying how nice you are. I can't believe you pull that on him. What do you, to be a doctor, you want to be a physician, what do you major in at Concord? Are you ready? Is it a science? What will you major in?
I'm gonna go get my master's in biology. That's where I'm gonna go because that gives me options out of post-secondary. I can then go to, if I have a change of heart, go to physical therapy, and I can go to medical school. I do a couple different things.
You're very you're high up in your class as far as rankings go, and is that one of the things you're more proud of? You're not just an student athlete. You have the student in there too with the athlete.
Right now I'm fourth.
Fourth?
And I'm good friends with 1, 2, and 3. As well as that, we all have classes together because we all take the higher up classes. We're all the smart ones, and we call each other the nerds. And, but
you're a nerd. This is
I'm a nerd. This is me talking from my nerd standpoint.
1, 2, and 3 all state in any sport?
They don't play sports. Well, actually, I lied. Our number one, our valedictorian, she's a all conference. No, she's an all state volleyball player.
Well,
It's Kinsey Mounts.
That's pretty good too.
Our 2, he's just really smart. And our 3, he works on the side as well as getting extremely good grades. So they're kind of hard to compete with as far as that goes.
The nerd aspect, that might be one. What is something that people would be surprised? Somebody that doesn't know you but has heard your name, what's one thing you could surprise them with about yourself?
I mean, as far as stereotypes go, I mean, it's not always the jock of the school to be, that hub in class ranking. So that would probably be what surprised most people.
You take as much pride in the grade as you do in sports?
Well, absolutely.
Because you don't get to All-State. You're not first team All-State without dedication.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, football and sports and stuff, they're not always going to be around. Obviously, I take pride in winning them, but the classroom, that's where I'll end up getting to where I want to be in life and in society. So,
what kind of doctor do you want to be? Have you
I want
a specialty out there?
Specialize in sports medicine.
Which is kind of fits the bill, doesn't it?
Fits the bill.
What kind of player is Concord getting in Kadien Vance?
Not one. I don't like to boast about myself, but I want to come in and compete. They're going to get somebody who will come in and compete for the QB job, compete on Saturdays to win games, to get to a conference championship.
Well, Kadien, I can tell you it's been a pleasure watching you, doing the stories on you, chronicling this season especially. I don't say it to everyone, but it certainly was just an honor to watch you play and do your thing.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it, and good luck at Concord.